The Mumu ban seems like a good idea because the Mumu is pretty strong with a good team fight.
As you wish.
Tryndamere. I guess he also can ruffle stomp teams.
Impure.
The Vayne ban going out. Followed by their last ban. Who knows what the last ban is going to be? What do you think it's going to be?
Honestly, no clue. Be interesting to see probably Yasuo.
You will lose.
Oh, Malphite ban.
Malphite.
Okay.
Pretty safe ban. I mean, he can be a bit of a handful. The live stream name isn't changing.
Oh, so we see the Twitch pick. So we see a Lucian and Twitch matchup. Pretty good idea. Because Twitch generally has like a very good laning phase. Lucian, however, did just get buffed. With the change to Fervor makes it more viable. Leona and Ari seems interesting. Not sure how to feel about that. I like the Ari. I'm not sure whether I like the commitment into Leona if you're picking the Ari though. I feel like there are also so many better supports open at the moment as well. Being the Nami, the Karma, which is arguably the best support this patch. And they do lock it in. So now Darius is open. That's a dangerous move to place is leaving Darius open. Thresh Twitch into. I still feel like you pick the Darius here because he's so strong and the ability to able to just snowball games off of him is just that vital. I feel that Darius is a lot better pick than Nara at the moment. I like the Thresh because it gives them some sort of hard engage.
I guess Darius and I are both pretty safe picks for a blind pick, especially.
Looks like it's a very, very teamfight centric draft.
It'd be interesting to see whether the team scales off of individual plays or as a group effort.
However, the Rumble pick could sort of wreck him. So this should be their jungler. In theory, I think they should. But they should pick a very teamfight centric jungler. So maybe like a Oh, that Rumble jungle. Oh, I got baited. The Volibear jungle. I'm not sure I agree with that. I really, really don't agree with the Volibear pick here. I feel that because so many high priority junglers were actually left open, like one of those should have been picked up. So something like, the Graves, the Elise, the Rengar, the Kha'Zix, like all those were left up, which is really, really strange. And even the Lee Sin was left up.
I believe for Galaxy Core, the Volibear is a safe pick. I remember playing with him last year. He favored the Mumu and Volibear a lot. Actually, last
I
year,
still feel though that like if all these priority picks are up, you should still you should know how to play them to some sort of degree though. Overall, I do give the slight advantage to a red team though because I feel like their draft is just more solid. I really don't like the Alawi pick though, but it can beat Darius. I have lost that matchup like a couple times. But I just generally feel that if red team can get ahead, they'll start snowballing, and there's no way that blue team will be able to catch up. We'll see what happens. What's your opinion on this matter?
I feel as though it'd be very easy for bot lane to have an early lead, basically because of the presence of Thresh. For me personally, Twitch's early game is much harder to sort of fight
It'll
around.
be interesting. It'll be interesting to see which keystone Twitch takes, and why Thresh didn't like. Because at the moment, like bot lane's playing such a heavy kill lane, it's sort of strange for Thresh not to take the ignite and the and if he's not playing Thunderlords to play Thunderlords. Because I feel that like that's what you should be doing. You should be aiming to try and snowball your Twitch early,
Definitely.
and then let him take off and carry the game, and have Swain and Darius there as a solid. Swain, Darius, and Volley there as three solid frontliners that are hard to get through, and Thresh there as the engage/peel, because Thresh is really good at that. They will have to be cautious though of the Rumble ult and Ari Charm, but if they can play around those, and really Leona ult as well, but if they can play around those, I don't see Red Team having much of an issue at all.
I guess the Rumble and Leon ults would provide a lot of zoning potential as well. In team
Yeah,
fights, especially.
definitely.
Like you could use the Rumble ult to sort of separate one of the squishiers from red side, and try and follow up with the
Yeah.
RA charm. Because if Leona's ult is chained with a charm or some sort of I guess slow from Rumble, that could
Yeah.
probably lead to a kill and an opening for a fight.
This could be a very. This game could either go two ways. I feel like really, really dragged out, or it's going to be over really, really quickly. That's just how I see this going personally.
Which team do you think have better scaling options? If the game goes on, say, 40 minutes long, which team
I'd say
do you
red team. I'd say red team.
Yeah, I feel as
Purely
though
off the
the blue.
fact that I feel that Twitch has a lot better team fight than Lucian does. And also you've got three beefy frontliners being your mid lane, your jungle, and your tank and your top. And your mid and top also do an insane amount of damage. The real question is, does he have Dunk Master Darius?
Okay, so game's loading up. Let's see if the old black screen of death happens again.
Hmm. So we're still waiting to load into the game. Hopefully we'll be in shortly.
Here you go.
And there we are. Oop, and we've got the mysterious problem of the game taking forever to load in.
I was worried it was just me.
Nah. And there we go. We're into the game. Let's see what let's see what items they opt to start with. Twitch starts Doran's Blade, which is the usual. You're on a relic, yeah. So everyone's starting generic items so far. Swain hasn't bought and is still AFK though, that's a bit worrying. Oh, it looks like he's going. Oh, he's playing Dark Seal. Gee, that's greedy. That is so greedy.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yeah, we'd see sort of standard-ish guards for low elo, with your top laner generally standing somewhere ridiculous. What's interesting though, that mid's deciding to go Unleash, by the looks of it, instead of having your top lane do it, which seems definitely strange.
Minions have spawned.
I really wish there was a way that I could tell what skills people took. What's that do?
I'm dedicating this piece to you.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's sort of cool. So, if you were to give this game a feature matchup, what would you give it to?
I don't know. I mean, if the red team, so the blue team can get an early advantage, I mean, I can't see why they can't snowball themselves. However,
Yeah.
if for red team, they're very, I guess, late game centric. So I'm gonna say blue team.
You
I
reckon?
guess because there was always that threat of like, sorry, red team, because there was that threat of like having that one good pick where it can just change everything.
Which happens so often in these games.
Pardon?
Which happens so often in these games.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, like, you have the threat of the Leona ult as well as Rumble ult causing major havoc. But I guess just one
So
good.
both bot lanes are now level 2. What's interesting though is that blue side didn't go for a very hard engagement with them, knowing that they could have easily have gotten some dispels. Solid damage onto the mid lane via Sway. Nice solid damage there. He could potentially look for the kill sometime soon though. Azari is running out very low of mana, as she is spamming a lot of her abilities in lane. And Swain just casually last hitting. As we have a look at CS, there's no real giant lead at the moment. It's all fairly even.
Green.
See, you see that? Like that hook almost cost Leona her life.
Yeah.
So
What's
so-
interesting though is that I feel that like I said, I feel that bot lane is very heavily favored in red side because of the Twitch. This is the lane that I've played so much and I enjoy playing it. Thresh choosing to give up some of his pressure though and look like he's rotating backwards. Playing very defensively.
It's a good job by Thresh though, saving the exhaust. I mean, to be fair, he did have to sort of get the hell out and have to be on the heal. But at least for the next fight, if there is one soon, he's got the exhaust advantage.
One more all in could be the end of this. Could be the end of this solution though. Although Lucian does still have heal up. Oh, Twitch does not. Both ADs still have flash. And no exhaust on Leona. So I must say I do give a slight edge to red team on this because they do have the exhaust available.
Red team backing off for some reason.
I mean the red team, sorry. Red team looking to freeze here. Or at least build a wave and then maybe look for the Both bot lane are playing very, very safe and not looking to take any risks.
The Rush might be having some connection issues. Seems to be randomly ordering the minions.
Twitch going stealth into a bush.
What's his plan?
Oh, hello.
They look like they're going to try and get a roam onto mid.
I feel that Twitch should have gone for the... Oh, never mind.
This could be a very dangerous situation for the Ari. Which unfortunately, we're thinking a couple of...
Volleyball going down. Oh no, 3 or more against Twitch.
It was looking so good for the red team. Game's not over yet though, although that Ari does look like she's going to have a massive lead over the Swain going back in.
2
Once
kills
they
up.
both come back into lane. 2 kills up, however she is like... She is 14-15 CS down. So
Only,
by that math, she's about...
She's
well,
about
she's
200
about-
gold behind.
She's about 300 gold. She should be about 300 gold ahead. Although Swain does not have to buy potions, so that's a bonus.
Look at the ADC gold though. There's a 700 gold difference between Lucian and Twitch.
Yeah. That's 2 longswords. And at this stage of the game, that's very, very, very dangerous. A very dangerous position to be in.
Leona trying to do some juggling of her own.
Twitch not looking like she's building the Blade of the Rune King build, which seems really interesting considering how good Blade of the Rune King is at the moment.
Solution picking up the serrated Dirk and
Double
2
longsword
longswords.
spots. Lucian's gonna be a monster.
Ilaoi early tower dive, going down to the
Malawi
tower.
trying to tower dive the Darius gets punished for it.
Very aggressive.
Darius now with the wave built up should be able to start starving. Okay, never mind, he chooses to push the wave.
Swain taking a fair while to go down.
Meanwhile, a double kill onto Volibear. Volibear is going to scale up and be a massive threat. Bot lane should not look for an engage at all in this period of time because they're a level down They have no ults yet. Don't stand near that Twitch, just run away and let the Thresh die. Good flash by the Thresh. This could be the end of the Twitch. Ooh. Clutch shield coming in.
I'll be right under.
Volley there coming down towards bot lane. Not much you can do though.
Okay.
Twitch being forced to sit tower for a bit. Oh, quickly now. Into Leona.
Back off. Volibear should back off here, taking what he's got.
Volley there better find Rumble. And
Twitch being
Just gone
everywhere.
down.
Twitch shouldn't look for this.
a good threshold. Thanks.
However, he trade the kill on a rumble for it. I don't think that's worth it.
Lucian's still 300 gold ahead.
Massive damage via Swain onto. Oh, good binding landed. Unfortunately, the charm just coming in at the wrong time, and Swain not being able to pick up the kill onto the Ahri. However, he sees the rumble, so he's forced to back out. Darius is now snowballing and gets Alawi, being 25 CS up and a kill, which is a massive gold lead. Twitch is caught up to Lucian. This game is looking almost dead even.
The gold difference still in red team's favor though.
The gold difference here is still less than 1k. I'd really like to see the red team jungle though put some pressure onto top lane, and try and snowball the Darius even harder. Alawi is going to see this coming. She isn't backing off. That could have been an easy. This is still an easy pick to the Alawi.
Rumble being forced to flash out.
Rumble forced to flash out.
Volibear still going forward.
They should back off with this. They shouldn't look for this, but they are.
They got it.
Yep.
The gold lead
Volibear coming
stretched
up
to
huge this
almost
game.
2,000 gold.
With that, top lane's practically over. I don't see a way of Alawi managing to come back into this lane now.
Oh, Volibear finally allowing him.
Volibear just invading, not caring.
I mean, he's 6 and 2. Oh, flashing forward.
Well,
Very aggressive. Darius caught in the skirmish.
and now they regret this play and they get punished for it.
Seemed like a very awkward bait on Darius.
I feel like Darius should have gone back there and he shouldn't have been anywhere near there. What's interesting though is Darius didn't choose to finish an item, but he instead just went and tried to, he bought boots.
the Volibear just quietly taxing the lane a bit.
Heal coming out of bot lane. Should see the expansion.
Again, a good threshold.
Good
Unfortunately, not enough.
However, it's not going to be enough as the exhaust comes out just a bit too slow. However, they do trade 2 for 1, and Leona and Thresh does get the kill on Lucian, but Leona picks up Thresh in return.
The gold lead in bot lane. 700 in favor of Lucian.
Ooh, almost lands the binding onto the Ahri.
Volibear just Volibear picking up the kill onto the Rumble in 2v1.
Oh, meanwhile, Twitch forced to back off. Unable to. Actually, they're looking for this. Okay, dodges the charm like a boss.
Double
Flash
triple
forward.
Twitch.
Oh, second stick sponge. And Twitch is back in the game, boys. Twitch should now go invisible and look for Lucian because they know he has no support available.
Red team going for his dragon. Looking to pick it up.
However, on the other side of the map, we do see Alawi picking up the kill with Darius.
Lucian very aggressive with the flash. He's caught in the middle.
He does miss it, and he has no way of getting over the wall. This is dead Lucian.
I'm gonna want that back.
Very, very greedy play. Shouldn't have ever happened.
Very, very greedy for a single infernal dragon.
And now with that, they should easily be able to take the bot tower.
Seemed highly unnecessary.
Especially now that he's down a summoner spell. Especially against when you've got like the likes of a Volibear running at you. A Volibear, a Darius, and even a Swain running at you. Now we have a look at mid lane. Huge damage coming on. And it's going to be a race for the first tower. Who's going to get it? By the looks of it, it probably will be red team.
Definitely a red team.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Mid lane might not go down.
Mid lane
Last
should
bit
go down.
has to
Actually,
be just-
they might not have the damage here for it.
One wave just short of the tower. Rumble are looking to just absolutely try and push this in. There's no one backing up mid tower either, so that will go down.
Destroyed.
Swain's still dead. Swain's currently back up. Purchase suspect is count for survivability, I guess. Not really making good use of that Dark Seal he purchased, unfortunately.
He might be looking to make that into a Spirit Visage. Rumble and Ari roaming upside.
There's a
roaming
2k
topside.
gold lead for the red team.
Spotted
Darius
by
knows
Wolf.
that Zaren should back off.
Darius TPing down to bot lane.
Looking for the engage.
Exhaust comes on Darius.
He will find
Lucian's
it.
caught out. Darius going 1v2 against Leona and Lucian. Dunks the Lucian. We'll find the Lally. And double kill Darius.
Alawi
Triple
forces
kill.
flashed away. Gets dunked. Here's the triple dunk.
The triple-
Nice job. Can he get... They're looking for it. They're going for it.
Yeah, the equalizer coming down from Rumble.
Equalizer coming down. Unfortunately, it's not going to have enough damage this early to really deter anyone. They should really be looking to capitalize on this and maybe take the mid tower or rotate to the top tower even. And it is really a good idea at the moment. And they really need to start pressuring objectives, I feel. And extending their gold lead to a point where the enemy team can't return.
Not quite sure how this Rumble jungle is playing out for the blue side.
Especially with the likes of a very, very tanky Volibear running at you.
I mean,
Although
yeah,
he doesn't have any magic resist yet, which is interesting.
you saw the earlier 1v2 against Leona and Rumble. Volibear picking up the 1-for-1.
Volibear spots the Rumble. Doesn't choose to do anything.
Swain just comfortably pushing in this way.
Sees.
Blue buff going over to Lari. Top tower might go down here, however, Rumble and Lari coming to back it up. Volibear going ham against the Rumble. Rumble barely escaping. Might actually get out. He does.
Rumble just
Unfortunately,
makes
it's
it
Volibear. Ilawi picking up the kill on him.
That just looked like complete and utter miscommunication by the red team there, unfortunately, but it does happen. Meanwhile, bot lane, Twitch and Thresh can look to make a play here. Baron is up. Darius
just
does have ult up.
casually sitting a tower, waiting for the wave to come in. Swain with a very strong CS lead though.
Rampage.
Twitch should stealth here, really.
Destroyed.
He does have spray and pray up, so they could look for something very, very dangerous here. Fails the flash, gets punished for it. Now they have no AD
This is
and
the
they're
hook.
looking to find it. Swain has massive damage though. Unfortunately, he doesn't have blue buff to chain it. Meanwhile, on top side, Darius just completely utterly decimates the
Darius
Illaoi.
coming to mid to
Darius
mid lane.
looks like he's roaming to mid to look like he's trying to make a play. We could see a team
If
fight.
Thresh can
happen.
land the hook here, it might actually mean death for
It
one of
appears
the
we
boys.
have moved back to the old-time classic strategy of all random or mid.
Thresh just calmly hidden in the shadows. So hook just barely missing.
Huge ball wave building, so Twitch should go down there and pick it up.
The second Infernal Drake spawning in 30 seconds. Lucian does have flash for it if he chooses to go and ham again.
Red team could realistically give up the dragon and take the Baron, though.
Yeah, Volibear Darius with this comfortable position around Baron. Blue team, not much to do with Dragon, just Leona walking around. Rumble in no position to try and contest the Dragon. Still up top side, facing Darius. Hook on the Lucian, stun comes up in the area.
Ooh, solid damage from spray and pray. With the increased range, being able to
And
do
the
some work.
poison
Double
DSP
kill
just
onto the
finishing off
Twitch.
the owner.
They should look for the Baron at this point. There's no way they can be contested. Or at least to take a tower or something. Capitalize on this hard.
Volibear looking a bit lost. Finds the Rumble.
They're
Does not
looking
get
a
him
bit.
there.
The red team looking a bit lost as to what to do with their lead that they've currently got. Darius refusing to leave the top lane, just wanting to farm and push it out. He is pushed fairly deep with barely any ward coverage.
However,
Which seems pretty
Volibear
dangerous.
just spotted Rumble towards bot side. Not much vision from the blue team though. Blue team have barely any wards in their own jungle actually, other than a lone blue, ward in the tribush.
Red team should really be looking for the Baron right now. And now blue team being 2 members down, they look like they have to concede this turret.
They could actually get power down.
Oh, good hook onto the rumble. Very good damage.
They managed to get 2-2 tower over here.
Oh, very
Swain
3D
flashing
flash
forward,
there.
very aggressive.
Lucian being able to react in time though. Pinging the Baron buff, they should rotate there now. With a lead this big, they can take the Baron and then they can go back, spend all their gold, and then just like that, the game should be just about over. Darius and Swain both have TP, so they could both TP onto like Lucian down here and get an ED kill and an ED tower, but they choose not to.
Lucian just barely sees the volley bear, runs for his life.
Darius not caring, just running up willingly in a 2v1, looking to take.
Rumble forced to flash out. Meanwhile, volley bear going down.
Rumble coming in, unfortunately it'll do nothing in this situation.
He's also out onto strong damage onto Ari.
Solid damage on the top lane, free ED double kill. And now we turn our attention to mid lane. And just like this, red team should be able to finish the game. If Darius were there, the game would be over. But instead he chooses to push, instead him and Swain choose to push top lane. Instead of finishing the game.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Solid damage by the Swain onto the Lucian, just being able to walk up like that with no problem. Swain's still going.
Big stun running out. Swain.
Gee, this is a bit ridiculous. Triple kill onto the Swain. And just like this, that should be the game. GG being called by the blue team.
Meanwhile, volley bear just casually taking up the dragon.
Trying to take the dragon, and Thresh went back as well. Might as well get those stats, man, if you can get them.
Makes the gold lead a bit fancier. 15k up.
And a very short 28-minute game.